In 1945, Berlin and Germany was divided into 4 zones. Here, in the old Soviet sector of Berlin, is the former Ministry of State Security of the German Democratic Republic, headquarters of the Stasi.
Established on the 8th of February 1950, the Stasi's role in East Germany was focused on domestic and foreign surveillance and is considered one of the most effective secret police organisations the world has ever seen. It's infiltrated every institution of society and daily life, including intimate personal and family ties, not only through official personnel, but a network of over 500,000 informants.
The Stasi was one of the most feared aspects of life in the GDR, showing mistrust and division between families, friends and workers. This short documentary will explore how the Stasi established such an extensive network of informants and the legacy it has left here in Berlin.
The Berlin Wall may have been a prison, but it was ordinary East German citizens who proved to be its most effective jailers. The network of informants used by the Stasi to gather their intelligence was not a group of professional spies, these were ordinary citizens of the GDR. A neighbour reporting a neighbour, school children informing on classmates, managers denouncing workers. This created an air of fear in the GDR, helping to maintain order within the oppressive society. Dissenting voices were silenced before they arose, people simply did not know who to trust.
Anything and indeed everything could be scrutinised, not just by government agencies but by the individual citizens. People could be reported for almost any reason, as simple as wearing Western clothes or as complicated as being deemed unpatriotic. By showing willingness to inform on others, individuals attempted to prove their own loyalty to the state. However, their actions ultimately legitimised the Stasi's intelligence gathering operations and the police state.
Stasi informants are placed into 2 broad groups, official and unofficial informants. Official informants were individuals from across society and age ranges, singled out due to their sympathies towards the GDR and communism, and positioned within society or the community. They were encouraged to keep track of suspicious actions by family, friends and associates, compiling daily or weekly reports, allowing the Stasi to compile vast records on said individuals. Unofficial informants were not regular suppliers of information. These individuals passed information to the Stasi through both official and unofficial channels on an irregular basis, including telephone calls to Stasi offices, letters and meetings with officials.
Less obvious means of collecting data included informal meetings between political officials, teachers or trade union representatives. The unofficial nature of these meetings meant information was more readily passed over. These collaborators provided the Stasi with information on citizens from all walks of life, indicating where greater intelligence needed to be collected or linking an individual to a wider network of dissidents. For example, here is the transcript of a call received by the Stasi regarding a woman in East Berlin who attempted to flee to the west.
Good evening. I have some information for you. Grab a pen.
I'm listening.
Miss Miriam Schneider is travelling on Wednesday, September 14th to West Berlin for a visit. She doesn't intend on returning.
And who are you? You would like to remain anonymous?
Yes.
What is the basis for your information?
She said so to her closest friends.
Calls like this were commonplace in the GDR, reinforcing the cycle of fear and mistrust that allowed the Stasi to maintain such an extensive and effective intelligence network.
We met Mike Stack from Insider Tours Berlin outside the Brandenburg Gate to discuss Stasi intelligence gathering.
Mike is an expert in East German history, providing guided tours for the last 11 years. His knowledge proved both insightful and enlightening, once again indicating the extent of the Stasi's operations.
Common was Stasi civilian collaboration. It was very common. I mean, at the end of the Cold War years, 1989, you had 173, some say as high as 189,000 civilian collaborators. Sorry about that. Yeah, so there's about, so at the end of the Cold War years, 173, some say as high as 189,000 civilian collaborators in that particular year of 1989. So it was extremely common. within East Germany, without a doubt. I mean, you take the numbers of the Stasi that work for East Germany, that stage 91,000 breaks down to about 1 in every 69 people in East Germany in 1989. They had a collaboration with the Stasi. Take out the adult population, I take the children, just the adult population, 1 in 50. So definitely, it's very common. I think that many people in the, let's say a minority of the population of East Germany, I mean, they believed in socialism and Marxist-Leninism of East Germany, so I think they wanted to defend socialism. And I think people, it was, maybe a mundane existence in East Germany, and this gave them a bit of a kick in East Germany to be watching their fellow population of East Germany, or fellow people of East Germany. And I think they also had control over the younger populations, because if you're a young child, you've done something wrong, and you sit down in an East German secret police office and they say you better watch your group of people, your friends, your clique. If you don't, we're going to punish you in some way. So I think it was definitely coercion also, without a doubt. Yeah, we did it because everyone knew. Everyone knew there were people on the streets, and you knew you could not say something openly, outwardly anti-East German, because you could get into trouble for that, because you didn't know who was listening. Yeah, so without a doubt, it controlled the instability. Yeah, so everyone reduced to their private sphere within the east of Germany because they couldn't outwardly do something or oppose the government because they knew people were listening. Modern Germany, today we just had a lack of CCTVs within Germany, because people were just sick and tired of other people watching other people's lives within the East. So I think they had the Gestapo of Nazi Germany, Stasi in East Germany. So I think they wanted to be today in more of an open, tolerant society, and they don't have the necessity to be watched by these closed-circuit cameras because of their previous experience within East Germany. And you've got the population of East Germany, a little bit mistrusting today, and they go and look at their Stasi files to discover just how in depth or how deep the collaboration was within East Germany. When I did a tour through the Stasi archive, there were 2.6 million files people had gone through. Some people that went to look for their Stasi file, when they discovered they didn't have a file, it was almost like, why not? Why was I not important to have a file on me? Everyone else has got one, why not me?
The legacy of the Stasi and its informants continues to have implications for Germany, as this short clip shows.
According to research conducted at Berlin's Free University, 17,000 former Stasi are government employees in Berlin and the East German states. Even now, 10% of police in the state of Brandenburg are former Stasi.
While many former Stasi officials remain employed in East Germany, others have been less fortunate. Following reunification, Stasi archives were opened up to the public, and the long process of piecing together the reports continues to this day.
The puzzle work that has already been completed manually has allowed some Stasi informants to be unmasked. While none will face criminal prosecution, most will be blacklisted for jobs in the public sector, as Eastern Germany works to draw a line under its repressive communist past.
As the scale of the Stasi intelligence network became clear, it was apparent the Stasi had utilised children within the GDR. Citizens who had informed or collaborated with the Stasi as a child became known to the public and quickly identified as social pariahs, particularly those in government agencies, schools and universities. One such case is that of Angela Marquardt. A young and rising star in the hard-left PDS party, Angela Marquardt became an MP in 1998. However, in 2002, she was at the centre of a political scandal when it was revealed she had been a Stasi informant at the age of 15.
The 100-page document released by Spiegel Online details how she informed on her classmates and friends, their political opinions, relationships with family, even listing their friends and associates. The allegations led to both Angela's resignation from Parliament in 2002 and her departure from the PDS in 2003. However, the circumstances in which she came to become an informant provide a compelling explanation for her involvement with the Stasi, or at least her mindset at the time. As a response to her demonisation within the media, Marquardt wrote a book to disclose her side of the story, Father, Mother, Stasi. This depicted Marquardt as a vulnerable young woman who was looking for somewhere to belong. She was abused by her stepfather, and the Stasi were the first men she had encountered who had not tried to hurt her. Her loyalty became absolute. Angela Marquardt's harrowing recollection highlights the lengths to which the Stasi would go in order to acquire constant surveillance of the population they served to protect.
The Stasi dominated life in the GDR, intruding into every facet of its citizens' lives. Their network of informants and collaborators creating a web of surveillance. These citizen spies proved to be one of the most effective tools utilised by the Stasi. They helped create and maintain a sense of fear and division within the state.
They are able to locate and provide information both formally and informally, widening and reinforcing the effectiveness of the Stasi's intelligence gathering operation, while some citizens undoubtedly provided information freely out of a sense of patriotic duty, others provided it through statewide coercion.
As desperate citizens attempted to prove their own loyalties, they reinforced the surveillance state, effectively becoming prison guards for their own prison.
This has left a difficult legacy for the German people to deal with. Ex-Stasi officials still maintain prominent positions within the establishment, despite their crimes, while unofficial informants have suffered persecution. This is particularly in reference to former child collaborators. The case of Angela Marquardt illustrates the difficulties these individuals now face.
The Stasi have left a troubling legacy within Germany. While they are certainly guilty of many crimes against the people of the GDR, its citizens are also culpable, directly and indirectly, in their contributions in maintaining the Stasi and communist regime. Today's German parliament has been designed with openness and transparency in mind, as this country attempts to move away from its difficult past.